Good morning, students. Today we have to discuss the problems given in chapter 2. First problem is you have been provided with three test tubes. One of them contains distilled water and the other two contains acidic solution and a basic solution, respectively. If you are given only a red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents of each of the test tube? We know that litmus paper is an indicator to identify the acidic or basic nature of a substance. Here we have a red litmus paper. We dip red litmus paper one by one in each test tube, in which test tube red litmus paper changes into blue. That solution will be basic in nature. Now we have a blue litmus paper in place of red litmus paper. So now we dip this blue litmus paper one by one in the remaining two test tubes, in which test tube the blue litmus paper turns red. The solution in that test tube will be acidic in nature, and automatically we can say that third test tube will contain distilled water. Now another problem is why should curd and sour substances not be kept in brass and copper vessels? We know that copper is a metal and brass is an alloy of metals. And also we know that sour substances contain acids. So if we keep curd or sour substance in brass or copper vessel, the acid present in those substances may react with the metal of the vessel and produce some toxic substances or salts, which may cause a change in the taste of the sour substance and curd. So it should be advised that sour substances like curd should not be kept in brass or copper vessel. Which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with a metal? Illustrate with an example. How will you test for the presence of this gas? When a metal reacts with acid, salt and hydrogen gas are produced. For example, when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas are produced. The equation for the reaction is Zn plus H2SO4 arrow ZnSO4 plus H2. The evolved gas can be tested by placing a lighted stick near the opening of the delivery tube. As shown in this figure, the reaction between the metal and acid takes place in the test tube and the evolved gas passes through the delivery tube. When we place a lighted candle or a stick near the mouth of the delivery tube, if gas burns with pop music, then this gas will be hydrogen gas. So in this way, by performing this activity, we can identify the evolved gas. Another problem is a metal compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguishes a burning candle. Write balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. We know that metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate react with acids to form carbon dioxide, salt, and water. The compound A is calcium carbonate. When calcium carbonate reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid, calcium chloride, carbon dioxide, and water are formed. The equation for the reaction is CaCO3 plus 2HCl arrow CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. The evolved gas can be identified by performing the activity. Here is the figure which shows the reaction between a metal carbonate and acid. In the test tube, calcium carbonate and hydrochloric acids are taken, and when they react together, carbon dioxide gas is evolved, which comes out through the delivery tube. We place a test tube containing lime water, that is calcium hydroxide solution, in the opening of the delivery tube. We find that the color of the lime water turns milky. The milky color of lime water tells us that the evolved gas is carbon dioxide. The milky color of the lime water is due to formation of insoluble calcium carbonate. So, my dear students, by showing activities, by learning activities, we can able to know about a number of reactions. Okay, thanks. In next video, I will explain the remaining problems.